Hey guys, this time I once again have a story from an author who is really new to writing. So, if you have the time, make sure to go to the story itself and give him some input on what you liked and what you didn't like, and how he can improve himself. And now, let's start with today's tale. I have been noticing strange behavior in my family for the last few days. They seem to be constantly avoiding me, like I was some sort of plague. So lately, I've been finding comfort in my dog Charlie. Charlie is a pure blooded German Shepherd. My dad says they can hunt anything once you train them to. But lately, our favorite game to play is hide and seek. Charlie is amazing when it comes to hide and seek. I guess it's how my mom said that a dog's hearing is 10 times better than human ears. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, my family made a rule to never invite friends over at the house. I made countless arguments over how not fair that is because my older sister Sarah got to bring her friends. But whenever she does, I wasn't allowed to come out of my room until they left. I've always thought it was strange, especially since I was homeschooled. My parents said that I have a brain that needs to be nurtured and public schools don't have the resources for that. My sister Sarah, she's a jerk. Well, sometimes when she ain't within earshot, I would mumble bitch under my breath. She would spend every waking minute torturing me. My parents also said that brothers and sisters do as such. Charlie. I really love Charlie. He's my only friend that I have. We would sometimes go for long walks in the woods surrounding our house. Sometimes we would eventually pass hikers who would give us odd looks, like we were something that didn't belong here. I guess that makes sense as my father didn't want to live near urban civilization. One day I got real mad at my parents. I guess it was because all of the isolation. Why am I the only one here that doesn't get to have friends over? My parents tried their best to calm me down, but I wouldn't listen. No, I'm not staying here any longer, I yelled as I ran out the front door before slamming it. I quickly got on my bike and raced off with Charlie, who was right behind me barking. I wasn't going far. I mean, I'm only a kid, teenager even. Where was I going to go? Detroit? No, I have a better place in mind. As I raced along with Charlie on my bike, we finally made it to a cave that my parents didn't know about. The cave is about as tall as a truck, with a solid rock formation around it. I don't mind how cool it is. The dripping of cold water actually relaxes me. As I was sitting there with Charlie, who was looking around the cave, I heard a voice. It sounded dry and raspy. Hey, hey kid, help! It sounded like a person who wanted to shout but couldn't. I nearly jumped as I looked quickly around for the voice. That's when I noticed how Charlie was reacting. Whenever someone would speak with ill intention, Charlie would bark at them. But at this moment, Charlie was sniffing the ground, heading towards the voice. So I took my chance, even though I was really scared. Where are you? Speak again, that way I know where you are. But no more sound ever came up. Charlie started whimpering, so I took this as a sign to get the heck out of there. I got back on my bike and raced towards my house. As soon as I got home, my parents were upset with me for being gone this long, but were glad that I was alright. The next day, they eventually agreed to let me do more things outside, like bringing my friends from the park over. I still couldn't get that voice from the cave out of my head though. So the very next day, me and Charlie went back to the cave. I yelled and yelled for the voice to speak again, but it came up with nothing. As I was about to leave the cave, Charlie brought me a torn piece of paper from the cave. I grabbed it and opened my eyes in shock. On the front page it said, "Anniversary of the deaf hiker who got lost in the cave." The thing that shocked me was that the dead hiker had my last name.